Hello folks, it's the Tech-O-Maniac. We're back at it again. This time we're going to talk about VPNs. I know there's a lot of them out there, but you know the old saying, you get what you pay for. So stick around. Hey folks, and thank you for coming back. We're going to use my desktop computer because I want to show you a lot from the one that I use, which is Astrill. I'm not affiliated with them. They're not paying me for this, but I love their services, and I want you to have the best that you can get. I mean, something that is going to be reliable, fast, and it's always good. So I understand that there's a lot of alternatives. You can get NordVPN. Everybody wants it. You know, it's cheap, but what do you get for what you pay for, right? My whole thing is, I'm glad I didn't go with them because when I saw this 19 months ago, Popular VPN service, which was them, believe it or not, it was NordVPN. They stole the keys for NordVPN, and they didn't disclose this until October 21st of this year. More than a year, really, Norton. And you're supposed to give us the safety, security. That's amazing how they don't disclose this information. I mean, at least an email or turn down that server or tell us something. But no, they didn't tell us nothing. Personally, I use Astrill. They are a little bit more expensive, as you can see, for 1 year service. I do pay $120 every year, but it is worth it. I've had it for 3 years, folks, and I've never, ever had any issues with them. And nowadays you really need to protect yourself out there, especially with the smartphones that we carry and the laptops, or everywhere where there's free Wi-Fi access. Whenever you go to these places, like even our grocery store, people can hack you. You don't know who is out there, thinking, I'm going to get these people's information. And it has happened. Thousands of people get like this all the time, and they wonder who or why, or how did they do it. Believe me, criminals will always find a way. They will always find a way. Let's say you're in Starbucks, you got to pay a bill, you take out your smartphone, and you don't have that good reception, because you know how sometimes smartphone is. You want to connect to their Wi-Fi network, and bam, that's all it takes. As soon as you're in there, they already got your data. You're making those payments, you put in those keys, boom, you're done. They got you. Or you go to vacation. You go to those hotels. You don't know who employees are there. I mean, they say they do background checks, but a lot of people nowadays, you don't know what they're doing. You don't know what's up. And they can get your information as soon as you log in. So my recommendation, get a VPN service, which is a virtual private network. Also, let's say you want to get a song or a TV show, which is, it's your own risk. But let's say you want to get something like that, your internet service provider, they're going to know. They get that list, they send it to you, boom, you get that letter. Oh, you owe us $5,000. $5,000 for a song. I mean, even with your kids nowadays, you have to let them know that, hey, don't do this, don't do that, and then it makes them easier for them to do it, and before you know it, you get that letter. Well, also another good thing about VPNs, which is a virtual private network, is, let's say, for example, you're in those websites that you're looking for information, you get those annoying pop-ups. You know what I'm talking about. Let's say you go here, boom, look at that, right away, you get the pop-up. You go here, and then you finally works, and then and all of a sudden you click here, and then you get a pop-up again. It keeps occurring and occurring and occurring. But I'll show you, look what happens. Look, I'm going to turn mine on. It's going to take only a few seconds. Acquire an IP address. Boom, I'm already there. I'm already locked in. Watch what happens now. Pops up again, nothing. Pops up again, nothing. But let's say I go to the same web page again. Now that I'm fresh and new, nothing. You hear my clicks? Nothing. Let's say I go here, nothing. No more pop-up. They're gone. They're totally gone. Now, I'm going to show you how this works, okay? This is the way I work with them. So basically, you turn it on. Well, when it's off, you can choose different things. Of course, you have open web. That means you're just surfing the web. You have open VPN. That means basically you're just open for anything, Stealth VPN, I would recommend the Stealth VPN, man. That's the best one. Yeah, the WireGuard is too much. That's new. The WireGuard is new. I like the Stealth VPN. The little stars it gives you here, that means those are the places where, let's say you're getting those files that you're not supposed to get. Well, this will make sure that it's totally anonymous because it's encrypted going in and out. So how do you choose the right one? Because mine says Kansas. Well, go here. Boom, 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 boom. You can choose from anywhere in the world. But let's say you want more. Let's say you want to give it a test. Well, go into here. What I do is I go to speed test. I already clicked several favorites. For example, here, the ones that it says here all services, because you can do all services and it's going to take forever. Well, it doesn't take forever, but it takes time. You go to look at all the countries they have. I just want you to see. These are all the countries they have. Let's say, for example, another thing, you're from another country, and let's say you want to get stuff from Japan, but you can't get it because sometimes our internet service providers here don't allow us to get stuff from other countries. Well, if you go and click on Japan, these are the 4 things that allow you. We can do a test speed. Look at that. We can just do speed test. We're going to find out which one's faster, and we'll find the ping. So it'll do an internet test for us, and it'll give us how fast the ping. The ping is how fast it interacts with that other server. So 214 milliseconds, 214 milliseconds. It's quite slow, to be honest. I usually stick around in the 30s. Let's check it out. I can stop it right here, and then I can add this to my favorite. Let's say I want to add this one to my favorite. All you do is you just add right there, boom, and then you can watch stuff from Japan, no problem. But for me, I go for my favorites. These are all my favorites, and I do a speed test, and it's going to do them all from different locations, from different places in the United States. Because sometimes it's good to move around. Right now I have it at Kansas. Kansas has been good to me. It's not a very, very long ping. The ping is pretty good for milliseconds. It could be faster, of course. Look at Dallas 1. It's at 26 ping. And look at that. I'm almost at 400. So right now it even tells you also which is the best. It's telling you right now that Dallas 1 is the best. This is based on the speed, remember. So, as you can see, it keeps on going and going and going and going and going. So that's why, folks, I'm just going to stop the test here because it's going to take a good while. So once you're there, you choose the one that you like, and then all you do is just turn it on. And on your device is the same exact thing. You just go to your favorites because it remembers once you log in, it has a login and password. Once you log in once, it already automatically has it there on your device. And then all of a sudden, you can just log in to the same one that you have as favorites, and then you're set. And remember, this is a secure and encrypted going in and out. So basically, every time it comes in, it's encrypted. Whatever you request out is also encrypted. That means they don't know what you're doing. Period. Without any fail. So my recommendation, if you're going to trust a VPN, do your homework. I'm not saying just use this one. No, there's other ones out there. But my recommendation is do your homework. I personally, I got this from a friend of mine that he recommended because it was fast. And that's what I want. I want speed. And right now it's barely, as you can see, 712. There's a peak of internet services, and I'm not getting my full range, which I'm only getting I'm almost getting 400 megabits, which I normally get close to 500. So right now there's a peak, and I'm still suffering a little bit. But as you can see, it's showing you that even at that, I can still get a secure server with a little star, because there's some without the star. And it works really good. And plus, it even tells you here when it expires. April 11, 2020. It tells you the version. It tells you how many users. Because, see, you can add friends' names. You can refer them. And you can even get a 30-day trial as well. You can get, the more friends you get, they can try out for 30 days. You can give this to somebody. You give them their name, their email, they get it. They get to try it out for 30 days for free. And then they become service, then I think there is a reward. They will reward you with 30-day services, of course. But they get to try it out for free for a certain amount of time. I don't think it's a long time, but they get to try it out. You get to have 1 month. It's a win-win. But really, folks, secure yourself. Get the VPN that is worth for you. I understand sometimes cheaper may seem, I get more money, but you don't know how secure they are. I understand they're the biggest, but sometimes the biggest ain't mean it's the best. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you go to a much smaller franchise, they actually have a better service, better quality, better. Well, folks, that's it for now. Till next time, I am the Techomaniac.
Thanks for